Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are all happy and safe at your homes. Now, children, coming to today's class, let's complete the textual exercises of the lesson, The Little Fir Tree. In our previous class, we learned the lesson, and I hope you enjoyed the story. I would like to thank all the kids who have posted their reading of the lesson, The Little Fir Tree. Please keep doing that. And others who haven't done it, you still have time to post your reading. Okay? Right. Now, before we get on with the textual exercises, let us quickly revise the lesson. So in the beginning of the story, we have a magician by the name Shetty. He grants 4 wishes to the fir tree. The first wish of the fir tree was to have normal leaves just like other plants. And its wish was granted. But what happens? A goat comes around and eats all the leaves. So the fir tree was not happy. So it goes for the second wish. And what was its second wish? Its second wish was to have golden leaves. And the tree was happy. But soon a man comes and steals the golden leaves. So the tree is not happy. So now it goes for a third wish. What was its third wish? Its third wish was to have glass leaves. But did this happiness last long? No. The wind blew at night and broke down all its glass leaves. The fir tree was sad again, so it went for its fourth wish, and its fourth wish was to have needle-like leaves. Finally, the tree was very happy to have its needle-like leaves. So here, children, you must understand that we must be happy with whatever God has given us. There are many people around us who do not have whatever we have. You're physically fit. You're loved by your parents. And what more do you need, children? All you need to do is be thankful for what you are and understand your responsibility. Your responsibility is towards your parents. Your responsibility is to learn well. Okay? Because this will make your parents happy. And this will also ensure you a bright future. Okay? Right. Now let's get into the textual exercises, children. Children, please open page 28 in your English reader. Okay? I hope you're ready. So let's get started. The first activity that is given for you is word building. Let me read out the question first. Look into the book, children. By changing the circled word to its opposite, rewrite these sentences. One has been done for you. This exercise is very simple, children. Before we start doing this, let's check out a few opposites. Now you're going to learn a few antonyms. Now what are antonyms? Any guess, children? Antonyms are words that mean the opposite. You must not be aware of the word antonyms, but you have been using the word opposites. So now you know it. So what are antonyms? Antonyms are words that mean the opposite. Let's check out a few of them. On this screen, you have a weighing scale. And if I put a mouse on one end and an elephant on the other end, what would happen? The scale would go down because the elephant is heavy, whereas the mouse is light. So the opposite of heavy is light. Our next opposite is won. Here the turtle has won the race. And who has lost the race? The hare. Thank you, children, for helping me there. So the opposite of won is lost. Now the third word is love. And what is the opposite of the word? The opposite of the word is hate. The boy says, I love fruits, but I hate vegetables. So once again, children, the opposite of love is hate. Moving on to a next word, full. And its opposite is empty. Here on the screen, you can see that the first glass is full, whereas the second glass is empty. So repeat after me, children. The opposite of full is empty. Very good. Now the next word is wise. The boy in the picture wants to read lots of books. He is wise. The opposite of the word wise is silly or foolish. Please check out the short video on the screen, children. Here you will find a boy glued to his tablet. So when his mom tries to move his tablet, he also moves around. And that looks silly or foolish, right? Yes. So children, repeat after me. The opposite of wise is silly or foolish. Our next word is coming out of. In the first picture, you will find kids coming out of the school. Now in the second picture, you will find kids going into the school. So the opposite of coming out is going into. Okay? Right. Our next word is everywhere. The boy here has lost his pencil. So he looked for the pencil everywhere. But did he find it? No. But nowhere he could find his pencil. Now say it along with me, children. The opposite of everywhere is nowhere. Our next word is crying. Now you all know the opposite of this one, right? Let me hear you, children. Yes? Correct. The opposite of crying is laughing. Thank you, children. Moving on to our next word. The kites are going up. And in the second picture, you will see a kite falling down. So, the opposite of up is down. Clear? Right. Our next word is stand. And its opposite is sit. The opposite of hot is cold. You have been learning this from second class, isn't it? Yes. The next word we have here is pull. And its opposite is push. So the opposite of pull is correct. It is push. Now here you have a hungry dog. And in the second picture, you have a dog who is full. Say along with me, children. The opposite of hungry is full. So children, with this understanding, let's now try to do this exercise. Okay? The first question that is given here is, I carry a light bag to school every day. Here, you will have to look for the circled word. And in this question, the circled word is light. Isn't it? All you need to do is find out the opposite of the word and rewrite the sentence. The first exercise is done for you. Let's check the answer. I carry a heavy bag to school every day. Here, the opposite of the word light is heavy. Okay, children? The rest of the exercise is for you to do, children. Let me read the questions. Later, you may write the answers. The second question is, Reena won the race. Here, the circled word is won. So you will have to look for the opposite of it and reframe this sentence. Clear? Now the third sentence is, I love eating vegetables. Here the circled word is love. The fourth question is, this glass of milk is full. And the last question is, the old man is wise. Children, we have already covered these words and their opposites. So quickly recollect the answers and write them down. And after you have completed your homework, please post it to me. Right? Let's now move on to our next exercise. The second exercise you have here is, now give the opposite of the words below by adding un or im. So here you will have to add un or the prefix im in front of these words that are given here and frame their opposites. We have learned a few words which have another word as their opposite. But here are some words which form their opposites by adding either one of them. It can be un or it can be im. Let's see how it is done. The first word that we have here is happy. And you already know its opposite, sad. But here we are not going to write the opposite sad. Instead, we will be joining the prefix un to the word happy and frame its opposite. So if you add un to happy, it becomes unhappy. So you have got two opposites for the word happy. It could be sad or unhappy. Clear? The second word that is given here is polite. And we are going to add im into the word polite and it becomes impolite. So the opposite of polite is, let me hear you children, impolite. Very good. Now the next word is seen. And we will have to add un in front of seen. And we get the opposite, unseen. Our next word is proper. Here we will add im in front of the word and we will get the opposite, improper. The next word here is lucky and if we add un in front of the word, we get the opposite, unlucky. Here we have possible. Now, which one should we add here, children? Very good. We must add im in front of it and it becomes impossible. The next word is important. Here we will be adding the words un in front of the word important and we get the opposite, unimportant. The next word here is perfect and by adding im we get the opposite, imperfect. So the opposite of perfect is imperfect. Healthy, we add un in front of the word and frame the opposite, unhealthy. Safe, here again we add un in front of the word safe and we get unsafe. The next word is patient and by adding im in front of it, we get the opposite, impatient. The last word we have here is pure and the opposite of pure is impure. Now I want you to say along with me children. Happy, unhappy. Polite, impolite. Seen, unseen. Proper, improper. Lucky, unlucky. Possible, impossible. Important, unimportant. Perfect, imperfect. Healthy, unhealthy. Safe, unsafe. Patient, impatient. Pure, impure. Let's now find out what is there in the next page. Children, we are now in page number 29. Here you have the story of a girl and her dog. First, let me read the story to you. Children, please listen to me carefully, okay? Right. Rita loved her dog Sheru. Every day, Sheru would go out of the house and come back himself. But one day, he did not come home. Rita looked everywhere for him. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Sheru was lost. He was nowhere to be found. Rita was crying when she reached home. She got into her bed. All of a sudden, something jumped on her. Can you guess who it was? Rita was very happy. So who was it, children? Yes, it was her dog Sheru who was back home and Rita was happy. Now let's find out what needs to be done here. Give the opposites of the words in blue. Children, in this passage, you must have noticed some words which are given in blue. Isn't it? They are highlighted. Children, here you don't have to write the entire passage. You just need to look for the highlighted words, the words which are given in blue, and write down their opposites in the space that is provided here. Okay? Let me now help you with the first one. The first highlighted word that we have here is loved. And we learned that the opposite or antonym of loved is hated. So you need to write the opposite of the word in the first blank. Okay? Similarly, go through each of these words and write down their antonyms in these blanks. After you have completed your work, please post it to my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, children? So this is your second homework. Children, our next activity in page number 29 is Let's Write. We will discuss this later. Okay, so let's skip this part and move on to the next page. This section is titled Let's Talk. Look at the picture below. In the yellow box, there are 8 things. 6 of them you can see in the picture. The other 2 you cannot see. Write down the 4 things that you can see. Now let's check the picture, children. Observe the picture carefully, children. Now tell me if you have found the ducks. Yes, we have found the ducks and they are here in the pond. Now the second one is dog. Can you find a dog in the picture? No, so cross it. Now the third is boy. Can you find the boy? Yes, the boy is here standing. And the next word is fountain. Is there any fountain there? No. Now can you find a mat here? Right. You also can see a girl, right? Yes. Now we have the tree and flowers. Okay, so the 2 things which we couldn't find in the picture or which are not included in the picture are dog and fountain. There are 6 things that are included in this picture. You will have to pick any 4 of the things that you can see in the picture and write them down in the blank that is given here. Okay. Now after you have written them down, you will have to look at the picture again and describe the picture. So in simple sentence, you can write down what you see in this picture. You can also begin like this, children. I can see a girl and a boy. They have come out to play with the ball. Now children, add 2 or 3 sentences to this and complete this exercise. Okay? Now let's have some fun time, children. Let us first read and find out what you need to do here. Okay? So look into the book, children. Ajit loved flowers. He always wanted to have a garden for himself. Mohan, his friend, gave him an idea. He said, "Why, we can have a garden in a dish." Ajit laughed. A garden in a dish? Yes, dish gardens are tiny gardens planted in a shallow dish. We must first put sand, manure, and pebbles in a dish. Plant very tiny plants in it and place the dish on the windowsill. So this is an interesting activity about making a garden in a dish. It can be any vessel that is there in your kitchen, preferably a plastic or a mud bowl which is shallow. The word shallow here means with little depth. That means a bowl which is not very deep. Okay? Let me show you how this is done. In order to make a dish garden, first take a small bowl and then fill it with mud. After you have filled the dish with soil, try to pour water and make it wet. After it is wet, take a plant and dig out some soil from the center and plant it. Okay? You can have 3 or 4 plants in a dish so that it becomes a garden. Now for some ideas, let's now check out some dish gardens. They definitely look beautiful, right? Yes. Children, you have understood how to make a dish garden. Now, please try to do it and put the pot on your windowsill. You can also post the picture of your dish garden to my personal WhatsApp number. Moving on to our next activity in fun time. Glass breaks easily when it is dropped. Do you think a mud flower pot, a glass spoon, a wooden table, a plastic cup, books, or your plastic water bottle can break easily? Circle the things that can. This is very simple to answer, right? We already know that glass spoon and a mud flower pot can easily break, whereas the other things like a wooden table, a plastic water bottle, or books, or a plastic cup do not break easily. So circle the things that break easily, children. They are the glass spoon and the flower pot. Children, here again you have a very interesting activity. Let me read out the question first. Which of the following actions would make others happy or unhappy? You have here in this box a list of good habits or actions and a few bad habits. You need to find out which of these actions could make other people happy and which of these actions could make others unhappy. Let's look into these actions first. Okay? The first action that is mentioned in the box is respecting elders. Tell me, children, is it a good habit? Will it make others happy? Definitely. Now, our next action is watching television all day. Now, is this a good habit? No, it is a very bad habit. It can spoil your eyesight. The third action that is given in the box is playing with friends. Playing with friends is a very good thing. It will not make others unhappy. The next action stated here is caring for pets. Now we know that it's a very good habit and it will make others happy. The next action here is not saying thank you. When someone tries to help you, you must say thank you, and that is a good habit and it will make the other person happy. Now we have telling lies. Is telling lie a good habit? No. Imagine that your friend has brought a new eraser and you take it and keep it aside. And when she asks you if you have seen the eraser, you answer no. Is that good, children? Not at all. It will not make anyone happy. The next action that is given in the box is visiting a sick friend. Caring for others is always a good habit and that will make others like you. Our next action here is getting angry easily. Now, is this good? No. This will make people run away from you. They will not be happy. They will be unhappy with you. Our next action here is being polite. Here you can see a boy helping a girl with a chair, and being polite is always a good quality. The next action here is not sharing. Is it good not to share things with others? No. You must learn the habit of sharing and this will make others happy. Okay? Moving on to the next action, being greedy. You are in need of money, but when somebody tries to give you the money, you take away the purse itself. Is that good? No. If you try to take away things from others, it will not make them happy. And our last action here is being honest. If a teacher asks you the reason why you did not do the homework, will you come up with a lie that your mother was not well so you couldn't do the homework? No, you should give the exact reason. You can try saying, "Sir, please forgive me, I forgot to do the homework." And definitely the sir is not going to be angry with you. He will like you more for your honesty. But don't make it a practice, children, for you will get beaten up for forgetting the homework every day. Okay? Now let's go back to our page. Here you have two boxes, children. The heading of the first box reads like this: actions that make people happy. And the second one is actions that make people unhappy. So go through the actions that are given here and list them down in these boxes. Any action that will make others happy must go in the first box. And the actions that do not make others happy must go in the second box. So children, please do this activity and post it to my personal WhatsApp number. Now we have made it to the last textual exercise from the lesson The Little Fir Tree, and the title of this textual exercise is Let's Listen, Read and Write. Here you have a small story, children, and a beautiful picture about it. Let me read it to you. Now listen to me carefully, okay? There was a thick jungle with beautiful green trees and birds. Koel was singing happily. Suddenly, she heard someone crying. It was her friend, the peacock. She flew to him and asked, "Why are you crying?" And the peacock replies, "I hate myself. I have such ugly feet." See here, children, we all appreciate a peacock for its beauty, but the peacock is not happy. It is unhappy because it has got ugly feet. So, some things make you happy, some things make you feel sad, right? Yes, write a poem on the picture. So observe this picture carefully and write a very simple poem, children. And this time when you write a poem, try to use rhyming words. Okay? Right. After you write your poem, post it to me. I will be waiting to read your poem, children. Thank you, children. Have a wonderful day.